Hi, welcome back. Hope you guys all had a great weekend. So starting today, we're gonna actually get into our geometry content. Unit 2. The first lesson is about points, lines, and planes. This is the foundation of geometry, and we'll make sure we know how to write each of these things properly in the geometry notation. Okay, first one, what is a point? Point is a location. Okay, is it just a dot? It's a location. So you can just, what we usually do for a point, so you draw a dot. Okay, location, we use uppercase letter for a point. So we say point P or point Q, point S. Make sure the letter we use is uppercase letter. A line is straight, right? First of all, and it goes on forever from both ends. So it goes infinitely to the left, infinitely to the right. So it goes on infinitely into different both directions. So for a line, there are a couple ways to write a line. We can use 2 points on the line. Okay, let's say there's a point A, point B. We can write down line AB. Make sure you have 2 arrows. Okay, this is the way to write line B, or you can say line BA. It doesn't matter because it goes both ways, right? There's a third way. Well, second way to write a line is you use usually sometimes you see a lowercase letter. Let's say there's a M next to the line, to one of the arrows at the end. You can say this is line M, or line N, line L, line S, line T. So this is a lowercase letter. So there are a couple ways. So this is the way, both ways are very common. Okay, if you're gonna use the first way, make sure you have 2 arrows for the line. For a ray, the difference between line and ray has an endpoint. Okay, lines don't have any endpoints. Ray has one endpoint and it goes on forever on the other side. So to name a ray, we use 2 points. Endpoint, let's say endpoint is X, and then there's another point goes this way, it's Y. So this is ray XY. Ray XY has 1 arrow. Okay, start from X, goes to Y. X is the endpoint and goes to Y. So a line has 2 arrows, ray has 1 arrow. So there's no other way writing a ray other than this way. A line segment. Line segment has 2 endpoints. Let's say I'm gonna call this one is M, this one is N. Remember, points always use uppercase letter. Okay, use uppercase X, uppercase Y, uppercase A, B, M, and N. You don't ever use lowercase letter for points. So M and N. Segment M, N, so M, N. Just like that. There are no arrows. Okay, 2 arrow means a line, 1 arrow means a ray, no arrow is a line segment. Or you can write this one as NM. Okay, this way there's no other way of writing a line segment other than this way. You only need 2 letters. We do not need 3. If you have 1 letter, that's not enough. Okay, collinear. Collinear means points on the same line. Co means together, right? So points on the same line is called collinear. For example, if I have a line right here, I have 3 points. I have point A, I have point B, and point C. So these 3 points on the same line, they're called collinear. So point A, B, C, or collinear. Okay, when we talk about collinear, we're talking about points more than 2, going to be 3 or more. Because you can have 2 points collinear. Any 2 points are collinear, right? You can draw lines through 2 points. So that one is how you write the things properly. We're going to go ahead and use what we just learned to answer some questions. First one, name 3 collinear points. We just went over this word. Okay, collinear means points on the same line. Linear means line. Co means together. So can you name 3 points on the same line? Yes, I can say there is point A, point M, and point B. They're on the same line. So how do you write that? You don't write down A, M, B. Okay, this is not right. This is not like writing 3 points. You're gonna write 1 point at a time. Okay, point A. So I'm gonna say point A, comma, point M, and point B. If you don't have comma, it doesn't mean 3 points. I'm talking about 3 points. You're gonna separate each one of the point. Name a line. Okay, there are more than 1 line here. If we just gonna name 1 line, So I'm gonna go ahead and let's say I'm gonna name this one. Okay, you can name this one or that one. Remember, when you name a line, you're gonna use 2 points on the line. So I'm gonna use M and T. So line MT, make sure you have 2 arrows. So this is one way to name this one. Okay, if you say, can I name the other line? Yes, you can. If you name this one, that'll be line AB, right? Or you can say line AM. Line AB, line AM means the same line right here. So they just ask you to name one. You can just name one. Okay, we name 2 of them. Name array. So there's a array. The array has one endpoint and then goes down, right? So this one is array. This purple thing is array. So I'm gonna name this array. So there is one endpoint, start with M, goes towards P. So MP, array MP. Array has one arrow. Name a line segment. You can say, okay, there's no line segment. They're all arrays or lines. No, every line segment is on the line. So you can say, okay, MB is a line segment. So this is a line segment. So MB is a line segment. How about MT? Yes, as long as you don't put arrows, that means it's a line segment. If you put arrows on MT, that's a line, right? Without the arrows, that means a line segment. You can say, can I do AM or MA? Yes, you can, right? That's a segment, line segment. Just name one. Okay, we named 3 of them. So I think we are good. Okay, I'm not gonna go over all the examples. Opposite ray. Now next one is opposite ray. Opposite ray, we know what a ray is. Ray has an endpoint and goes to one direction. What is the opposite ray? Opposite ray, they have the same endpoint. So this one, this purple ray has the endpoint of, let's say, call this one is X. It goes to Y, right? So this ray is ray XY. So the opposite ray gonna have the same endpoint, but go the absolutely opposite direction, which will be this way. Okay, it's a straight line, but goes absolutely the other direction. Okay, so this one is ray XZ. Let's call this a Z. So XY, ray XY. So start from the endpoint, goes to Y, and the ray start with X. X is the endpoint and goes to Z. So these 2 are opposite rays. For another example, if I draw another picture, let's say we have, this is endpoint A, goes to this way. Okay, ray AB. And which ray? I'm going to use black. Have the same endpoint. Has start with A, goes the opposite way, goes this way. So this is ray AC. So ray AB and the ray AC are opposite rays. Start from A, goes to B. Start from A, goes to C. Those are what opposite rays are. Okay, has to have the same endpoint. Has to go 100% opposite direction. Okay, let's go and name a pair of opposite rays. We're just gonna name one pair, okay? You're gonna say, okay, there's one ray here, one ray here, but these 2 are not opposite ray. And there is a pair of opposite rays. Endpoint is P, goes to S, right? So PS, ray, PS, and which one? Start with one P, goes to T, and ray, PT are opposite rays. See, they both have P. One goes to this way and one goes down. They're 100% opposite rays, 100% opposite directions. Plane and coplanar. Plane is a flat surface, can extend forever. Okay, a flat surface can extend forever. For example, like the floor. Our floor is a plane as long as it extends forever. Our room is limited, right? But if you imagine there's no limitation, no walls, nothing stops, like goes on forever, that's a plane. Our wall, if our wall goes like infinitely high, infinitely low, infinitely left and right, goes on forever, so that's a plane. Plane goes on forever. It's a flat surface, goes on forever. So obviously we can't draw something that is forever, right? Infinitely big. So what we use kind of like a parallelogram shape to help us understand this is a plane. A coplanar means on the same plane. If something on the same plane, they are coplanar. Okay, so this word kind of goes with the word collinear. Collinear is on the same line. Coplanar means on the same plane. You just kind of see co is together, okay? Collinear, coplanar. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and, okay, I needs to like introduce how to write a plane. Okay, there's a couple ways to write a plane. First way is sometimes you see in the corner of a plane there's like a really like fancy letter. Let's say like a T. They're gonna write in a fancy way. So this will be plane T. Okay, so this is a one way to write it. You write it on the corner of the plane. Another way is you use 3 non-collinear points. So 3 non-collinear points. Non-collinear means not on the same line, right? So if you have 3 points on the same line, that doesn't work. I have 3 points not on the same line. Let's say X, Y, Z. So these 3 points will be plane X, Y, Z. So this is another way to write a plane. You can't just say X, Y, Z and have the word plane. You can just say the T and have the word plane. Plane T, plane X, Y, Z. These are the 2 ways of writing a plane. 3 non-collinear points or other thing, the name of the plane on the corner. Let's go ahead and name 2 planes from the graph. We have 2 planes. One is the yellow one, one is the pink one, okay? So you say, oh, pink one, how come pink one is a triangle, is not a parallelogram? It doesn't matter is a surface or not. Is a flat surface? Yes, it is. It goes on forever, right? So this is a plane. It doesn't have to be like a rectangle or parallelogram. It's just an idea of we usually use a parallelogram. But plane means a flat surface. It goes on forever. So we're gonna name this plane the yellow plane. I'm gonna say, okay, this one is plane what? I can use this letter right in the corner, right? This is a plane R. So plane R represents the yellow one. For the pink one, there isn't a letter in the corner. So you have to use what? Go back, look and use the 3 non-collinear points. 3 non-collinear points be A, B, C. So be plane A, B, C, no comma. Okay, A, B, C, and plane. This is the name for this pink one. The plane R is the one for the yellow one. Let's go ahead and name a line, name a plane, name 3 coplanar points. Name a line. Okay, there are many lines. Just go ahead and name one. I'm gonna go ahead and name the line AC. Okay, line AC. That's this one. Okay, name a plane. I'm gonna name the bottom plane. Okay, there's a plane on the bottom, so I'm gonna use 3 letters, right? 3 non-collinear points. Plane A, B, C. You might ask, can I use plane A, D, C? Yes. Can I use plane B, C, D? Yes. As long as you use 3 non-collinear points, that will work. Okay, pick 3 points that are not on the same line. Name 3 coplanar points. So which 3 points are on the same plane? You can pick any plane. If you're gonna say, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pick this plane to the right side. So there's a plane right here, right? So which 3 points are on the same plane in this triangle, in this plane on the side? You can say, okay, there's 1 point here, 1 point here, 1 point here. So this is point B, C, and E. So point B, C, E. So these 3 points are on the same plane. Okay, point B, C, E. This one has to have a comma because these are 3 different points. We're going to go and sketch a couple things here. Sketch 2 lines intersecting exactly 1 point. So you sketch 2 lines. There's 1 line, 2 lines intersect in exactly 1 point. Okay, they intersect at point P. Sketch a figure shows a line that lies in the plane. So you have a plane. So you have a line lies in the plane. So you have a line like in the plane. Okay, so this is line S, for example. Okay, this is plane P. Okay, line S is in plane P. This will be a picture. Intersection. So this one thing is we need to keep in mind is if you intersect 2 lines, the intersection is a point. Okay, 2 lines intersect at a point. So it won't be 2 points. Okay, you can't have 2 lines intersect at 2 points if the lines are straight. So 2 planes intersect at what? You have this blue plane and this orange plane. So you're gonna imagine this as forever extending. Okay, the blue plane gonna go left and right forever and go up and down forever. Same as the orange one gonna go flat left and right forever. That kind of thing. So the plane means they're extending. So picture you see just idea of the position of the plane, but they actually going on forever on all directions. So you have two planes intersect. Okay, this orange one, the blue one. If they intersect, you can see they actually intersect on a line. It's not a point, right? Two lines intersect at a point. Two planes intersect at a line. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay, we're going to draw another picture here. Sketch a figure that shows two lines intersect in one point in a plane. So I'm going to go and start with the plane. This is my plane. I'm going to draw two lines intersect in one point. But only one of the lines lies in the plane. Okay, the thing is, okay, there are two lines going to intersect in a point. At that point is in the plane. So I have one line here. This line is in the plane. The other line is not, because it says only one of the lines lies in the plane. But the intersection is in the plane. So where does the other line go? If the other line goes this way, they're both in the plane, right? So that doesn't work. That's not what it says. So the other line is actually not in the plane, means it's gonna go across the plane. It's gonna go out. So this is the line. So go through the paper. If this is the paper, so this line is actually going down, going through the paper. You have a piece of paper on the table. This line is on the paper, and this one goes like up and down, goes across the paper, right? This is intersecting. So these two lines, okay, let me read out the picture here. So they're still intersecting. They're intersecting at this point, right? So this is their intersection. This point is still in the plane, but this one is going through the paper, going through the plane. This one lies in the plane. So this is kind of how it meets the criteria of this description. So I guess there's one more. A line intersecting a plane at one point. So we have this plane. We have a line intersecting a plane at one point. We have a line going through the plane, intersecting at one point. So that will be the thing, right? It goes through it. Intersecting at this point, goes across. A ray with endpoint P that passes through Q. So a ray, we're talking about a ray with endpoint P passes through Q. So this one is the description of that. So this is all for 2.1. Okay, make sure you do your homework.